Welcome to the In the Garage podcast. I'm your host, Mikey. I'm here with Jay, Ryan, and Samuele. And today we are going to talk about our favorite movie characters of all time. There's not much more to talk about. It's pretty obvious. So we're just going to start with Ryan. He's going to talk about his favorite movie character of all time. And before he says it, I just want you all to know it's the worst pick out of the three.
It's four.
Listen,
I
disagree.
I think it's a bad pick.
It's
I don't
horrible.
think
It's a lazy pick.
It's a lazy
pick.
It's a lazy pick.
It's a lazy
I was
pick.
running a little late,
It's a safe
running
pick.
out of time.
But lazy.
You're
I
going
had
with
a-
the safe bet.
Only had a few seconds to come up with an answer. But it is SpongeBob, B-boy. I don't know how you can hate him. I agree with Sam. I think it is a safe pick. The new SpongeBob, SpongeBob out of water, is kind of
Terrible.
It's kind of bad. The 2004 one, the original one, though, you can't
It's goated
hate it.
with the
It's-
sauce.
Whatever that means.
Goated.
It is good though. I think everybody's seen it as a kid. You probably watched it 10 times. I don't know how you don't like SpongeBob though.
Hasselhoff.
I don't really remember everybody else's characters, but I can guarantee you it's not the worst one. But there definitely is better ones out there. I'm not gonna disagree.
No, I think it is the worst one.
It is the worst one out of the bunch, correct?
Out of the group.
No,
Out of the
we'll,
quartet.
we'll discuss that after when we have some questions for Jay. But
God.
that's really all I gotta say about him. How can you not like SpongeBob? I can see if you're older, you wouldn't like
Now,
him, but-
so you're saying going off the first movie made in 2004, that's the one you're basing this.
Yeah, the new one's terrible.
Okay.
Now, what inspired you to pick SpongeBob?
Because I
A
watched.
TV show character.
I watched.
Yeah, he's
correct.
not even technically a movie character.
But he is though.
Technically he is, but he isn't at the same time. That's why it's a lazy, lousy pick.
And I also put on.
Let's say-
I put on SpongeBob every night before I go to bed.
No,
It's kinda weird.
I swear, and I do.
That's a complete.
That's
No, I promise you, Paramount Plus, dude. You can watch every.
All right,
Nobody,
hey, you
nobody
know what?
has Paramount Plus.
But he
I
might.
do.
But he might. Now that he knows it's on Paramount Plus, I got.
Dude, they have
I think
all
he might
12
tell the
seasons
truth.
on there.
All right. Thank you,
12
Ryan, for
seasons?
that
Oh, there's more.
awesome pick. Not really.
On to Samuel.
We're gonna move on to Sam about his favorite one. Now, I never even seen the movie that Sam's even talking about.
I did. Me and Sam watched it together. Actually,
I went
we did. So I'm joking.
Fruit.
Very.
Tom Hansen in the movie 500 Days of Summer.
Tom Hansen?
It's a great.
He's such a
Not
good
Chris, you know you're thinking of Chris Hansen. That's not.
No.
Not take a
I know
seat.
Chris Hansen.
Either way,
Jay's met Chris Hansen.
I have.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Either way, this
God.
Tom Hansen is just a great character. He's relatable. He shows values throughout the movie. He's played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, one of the greatest actors in modern era. I would say modern theater, JGL. He's a great actor.
What Viggs call him? Ghost of Jordan?
I don't know what he called him, but either way,
Joseph.
back to the main meat and potatoes. 500 Days of Summer is one of the greatest, I think, romantic movies you could see.
Is it really romantic though?
That's the thing.
Not
you,
really,
You gotta
no.
watch it.
I have seen it. We watched it
No,
together.
I'm saying to the
Oh.
listeners, it's directed by Mark Webb, who also directed.
Is he related to Shane?
He directed Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. Great stuff.
His last name is Webb and he directed Spider-Man.
Here's the thing with Tom Hansen
Okay.
that separates him from SpongeBob or the two other lame picks that my partners made is Tom could be a real person. SpongeBob about as unreal as you get. The other two clients.
Well, my pick is a real person. He's me.
No.
I am him.
Tom Hansen shows the values that you need in life to continue through work, school, and
Society.
on the mic. That's all I have to say about Tom.
I would say he's an all-time sad boy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He was a more sad boy than him. He's a bigger sad boy.
Well, you could say your character's a sad boy
No, he's not.
in a different way.
He's a Sigma male. He's
Yeah.
on the Sigma male grind set.
Well, since why don't we just segue to Jason's pick then? Who'd you go with?
Okay, so I picked my character. I really relate to him on a spiritual level.
Spiritual level.
Yes, I picked Patrick Bateman for American Psycho.
My lord. Jesus.
You know, he's an alpha male. He's a Sigma male.
He's just hip to be swift.
He's on the
Can you
grind
explain
set.
to us what a Sigma male is?
So there's like a beta male,
Explain, baby.
like-
That would be me.
like Sam or like Tom from 500 Days of Summer,
Yeah.
and then there's like alpha male, which I think like me,
I agree.
And then there was like Sigma male, which is like I'm not yet transitioned into a Sigma male, but I'm working on it.
Explain to the audience what that is.
He's just a
That's
guy, like
Above.
he's above alpha
That's what I'm
male.
saying.
So like he's a Sigma male.
So he's top tier stuff.
He's top tier. He has a grind set. He's all about that money and murdering women.
Like he's like tier 100 battle
And you
pass
connect
skin.
with this guy on a spiritual.
No, I connect with him because he's a Sigma man. I do not condone violence or murdering or anything like that. I just respect him because he's on that grind.
You're like
you know.
Peacemaker. You don't want violence at all, but you will kill as many people and murder as many children as possible
To get
to
peace.
get that peace.
I guess so.
So he's like tier 100 battle pass skin.
Oh my god. We're in the middle of a podcast.
Dude.
Yes way.
You thought you guys would bang on the wall?
What?
What?
You guys didn't bang on the wall?
No.
This
We're
your
eight-
room isn't the next room.
I don't think
We're
so.
8 minutes in our podcast.
We're 6 minutes. We're keeping this in.
Dude,
We're keeping this in.
my fault. I'm stupid.
Okay, get out of here. I was like mid sentence.
Dude, alright, man. Continue.
Get out. Sorry, Miss Free. We're 7 minutes in. I'm not stopping. We're not doing this
Miss
again.
Free, they just interrupted us rudely. I just made an obscene, disgusting joke about Dom. I am so
That door's
sorry.
open too.
Oh my lord, I'm so sorry
Hey,
to
you know what
everybody.
they
I just
always
got
say?
really angry. Bro.
Anything can happen in the world of wrestling entertainment.
That's what they say.
They always
Anyway,
say that.
so now I don't relate to Patrick Bateman. I just think he's a very interesting character, right? I like to make the joke that I relate to him because I think it's funny. But he's a great character. You know, you really get in his head throughout the movie. And Christian Bale gives a great performance. You can't deny it. And Have to Be Square, love that song. You know, it's a personal statement about the band itself. Now we're going to go right into Michele's pick,
Now-
which I'm sure isn't as good as mine.
Well,
But
listen, my pick. First of all, before we say my pick, Miss Freed. I want to come out right now after that obscene, disgusting joke I just made about 2 minutes ago.
it's like
I am so sorry for what I said. But these kids, 8 minutes into our podcast, come in and think they're funny for ruining the podcast. So I had to make a disgusting joke. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Just skip over 6:35.
What's the one?
right.
It's like I consider myself a man of faith.
I do.
I deeply apologize. And there's a drive
Yeah.
into left field to make
Exactly. All right, now my pick. Right, this guy went with SpongeBob. Right, he picked a fictional character. I mean, they're all fictional characters.
They're all It's
Come
but-
on.
But like he
Tom's
picked like an
Sam.
animated character. Sam picked like a little sad boy. Jay picked the Sigma male. I gotta go with the funniest character I think maybe in movie history,
oh boy.
and that is Alan from The Hangover.
Can I say one thing? Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
I think Seth from Superbad's the funniest funniest character in movie history. But I respect the Alan pick. I
Okay.
like it.
No,
That's
I
a
mean-
debate for another time.
No, but
That's a debate
actually,
for another
Seth versus Alan debate is an
No,
incredible.
actually, but I have a different. I think there's a person funnier than both of those people.
Who?
What's his name?
Anchorman?
Anchorman 2. What's his name?
Oh my-
Ron Burgundy?
Ron
Ron
Burgundy.
Burgundy's
I mean, those
he's so
three.
funny.
Those three are great. Here come the children. He's coming through the back door.
Ron Burgundy's a great character.
Dobie?
But continue.
Okay, so this is why I think Alan is my favorite character. First of all, there's not a single thing he says in the movie that isn't funny.
It's a good point.
Every time he opens his mouth, something funny happens. Every time. You think about it. They first get to Las Vegas. They're all getting dressed. He gets in his outfit. He's got a Wolfpack shirt on and white jeans with a belt and a satchel. And he comes in the room and says, "Yo, we ready to let the dogs out?" I mean, how is that not?
It's great stuff.
It's great
It's like
stuff.
the Wolf t-shirt, right?
Yeah, he's got the Wolf T-shirt on, right? Everything he does in that movie makes me laugh, and that is why he's better than Seth from Superbad. Because towards the end of the movie of Superbad, starts to dwindle a little bit.
I
Let's
don't
be
think
honest.
It does. I think the party scene and like the end scene are fine.
They're fine, but they're not as funny as
Because it's
he.
like the conclusion.
He is even in the conclusion. Alan is consistently funny throughout the whole.
When what's his name's like fiance
Yeah.
breaks up with him, he's like,
Nice
"Sup?"
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. she's like, F off. He's like, you're mean. And like walks away. It is so funny. He is the funniest character in movie history, and that's why he's my favorite character.
How do you feel?
Because I'm a comedic guy. I
how
like
do you feel about
comedy.
the possibility?
Mikey thinks he's funny.
How
but
do
in
you-
reality- Stop, I'm hilarious.
How do you feel about the possibility of the actor that plays Alan having to make tons of comedic jokes about himself to get laughs because they're insecure? How do you feel about that?
Zach That's the Zach most, like- Galifianakis has like that one show where like him and Oh, another like celebrity
um,
like sit
Between two ferns.
between two
Is that what it's
ferns.
called?
Yeah, and literally he just that's like his shtick. And I don't think he's insecure about it because it makes him
I think he's
millions upon millions of dollars.
I think he's just a guy that he just doesn't
It
care.
could be like a Chris Farley situation.
Sam just watched a documentary on Chris Farley. That's why
I
he's
mean,
bringing
Jesus,
this
we gotta bring up Chris Farley.
up. R.I.P.
All right, I know.
I mean, seriously, rest
Wait,
in
what is
peace.
it? How's it go?
Jesus.
I'm no black sheep. Rest in peace to Chris Farley.
Yep.
All right, but now to the interview.
Well, now we have to ask Jay some questions again. Each person's gonna actually no. We're just gonna ask Jay some questions. Jay,
Yeah, let's hear it.
my question to you is this: right?
12.
Huh?
12.
If her name is on the clock,
Stop.
if her age is on the clock,
And that has been the In the Garage podcast. You know, we will catch you next week. We are not going to finish that. You know, we have a shout out to Landon D69 on Instagram for our giveaway.
we've seen your DMs.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
thank
the
you.
DMs. We love our fans. Shout out the In the Garage family. We'll catch you next week. This has been In the Garage.